We have economics, paper 1 of 2, May, June 2022. The first question. So what is an example of a free good? When we talk about free good, we're talking about goods that are produced without the use of factors of production. So we have defense, it needs factors of production. Education, it needs factors of production. Health services needs factors of production. Sunshine doesn't need factors of, it's natural. So free goods are basically natural.
Yeah.
So the answer is D. That's question 1. Question 2. The student has nothing to do on the Friday evening. She withdraws $5 from the $100 she has in a savings account, and buys a present to take to a party to which admission is free. What does this involve? It involves an opportunity cost, yes. So C and D is not an option. For A, it said an opportunity cost equal to 95. No. The opportunity cost is that amount that she is supposed to spend on something else. That is the opportunity cost.
Yes.
So the answer is B, clear. Question C. The diagram shows PPC for a country. What might cause a shift from point Q to point L? Now it's a shift, not movement. If it was a movement, it would have been that the economy is, that's the point.
Yeah, yeah.
If it was a movement, it would have meant that the economy is investing on consumer goods to improve the standard of living. But here there's a shift, an outward shift. So an outward shift is as a result of an investment or increase in investment. Do you understand? So if it was a movement from capital goods to consumer goods, or from consumer goods to capital goods, that is movement along that curve. But here they said a shift. A shift can be inward or outward. Outward could be as a result of technological advancement. It could be as a result of training and education. It could be as a result of discovery of new raw materials.
Okay.
So that's an outward shift. Put it in mind.
Yes.
So the answer is C. Question 4. Which relationship would be studied by an economist specializing in macroeconomics? When you talk about macro, it's about aggregate demand and aggregate supply. So because it's aggregate demand and aggregate supply, we're talking about inflation rate and unemployment rate. Is it clear?
Yes.
Question 5. In recent years, the government has started to make more use of free market system. However, they are doing it very slowly to avoid the disadvantage that a free market system might bring. One of the problems of free market is that it brings about income inequality because they provide goods and services for those that can afford them. But one of the government's macroeconomic objectives is to reduce the gap between the rich and the poor. Do you understand? So definitely, government is trying to take away that increase in inequality of income.
It's one of the goals of
government. One of the goals of government.
The distribution of income.
The distribution of income. Yeah, that means reducing the gap between the rich and the poor, which could be like increasing progressive tax and increasing on benefits on social benefits. Is it clear?
Yes.
So the answer is B, question 6. No, question 5, right?
Yeah, D.
D, yes. Question 6. What will cause the demand curve for a good to shift to the right? Goods to shift to the right is not A. A decrease in disposable income will reduce demand. A decrease in, the answer is B, but let's check C. A decrease in price of substitute. If there's a decrease in the price of substitute, what happens to the demand curve? Demand curve will not shift because a decrease in the price of substitute would automatically reduce the price of other substitutes too. Do you understand? So if Pepsi reduces price, trust me, Coca-Cola will reduce price. Do you get it?
Yes.
But a reduction in the price of a complementary goods might increase the demand curve for its complements, shifting it rightward.
Not shift, I think it will move the price of
No, price will cause movement. D.
Oh, yeah.
A decrease in price will cause movement.
Yeah,
it's movements, not shift.
No, yeah, no, okay.
So question 6 is B. Question 7. The diagram shows which demand curve has plus elastic demand. The demand curve is A and D, and that's horizontal. So that horizontal shows that it is perfectly elastic. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Question 8. That's D. Question 8. The table shows the demand and supply schedule for rice. The current price is at 2 per kilo. The price at 2 per kilo. Look at the table. The schedule is showing that at 1.5, demand equals to supply. So the equilibrium price is 1.5.
Yeah.
The equilibrium quantity is 2020. QD equals to QS. So that means at 2, it is above the equilibrium price.
So
selling above the equilibrium price will lead to excess supply, surplus.
Yes.
Now, if the price fell to 1, that means below equilibrium price,
Yes.
that will lead to excess demand. Do you get it?
Or should be a deficit in supply.
Excess demand. Don't use deficit here.
No, I was gonna say deficit, but it's shortage of supply.
Shortage.
Yeah.
But excess demand is shortage of supply.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So a price below equilibrium price will lead to excess demand. A price above equilibrium price will lead to excess supply because it will be excess supply because of the law of supply. And it will be excess demand because of the law of demand. When the price falls, consumers tend to buy more because consumers are price conscious. Is it clear?
Yes.
So the answer is C. Question, please. Question 9. Diagram shows the fixed cost, variable cost, and total cost of a firm at output S. Which distance represents the firm's VC? VC is at OQS. OQS.
Yeah,
so which is QS? Is it clear?
Yes.
That's D. Question 10. They said, what could cause profits to be high in a monopoly market? Profit will only be high if there's barrier to entries. Yeah. Clear?
Yes.
Question 11. Which firm is most likely to be classified as a small firm in the tertiary sector? Farm is the primary sector. Steelwork is the secondary sector. Supermarket is a tertiary sector. So we have hairdresser in the tertiary sector, supermarket in the tertiary sector. So hairdresser is considered as small because it's personalized service, yes, unlike supermarkets. So the answer is B. Clear? Yes. Question 12. Germany is considered as a capital-intensive economy, while Indonesia is considered as a labor-intensive economy. A country will be considered as capital-intensive because capital is cheap in such country. A country will be considered labor-intensive because the demand for supply of labor is more in that country. That means the cost of labor is cheap in that country. Do you get it? Yes. So the answer is A. 13. A bank continues to operate loss-making branches. Loss-making branches means loss-making. That means the branch of the bank is not making profit, but it still continues to operate. So that means that branch bank is not going to grow. That branch is not efficient. That branch will not be making profit. Yes or no?
So ABC is not there.
It's not. Yes.
So
the answer is social welfare. You know what social welfare is? That means the bank is just there to help the society. It's not thinking about growth. It's not thinking about profit.
It's more like a government bank or central bank than commercial, right?
That branch looks like it's more like social enterprise.
Yeah.
Is it clear? Yes. So that's question 13D. Question 14. Question 14. Yeah, the table shows how 3 people XYZ spend their income. They said we should make the order of income from lowest to highest. Put it in mind, lowest income earners, they spend the highest proportion of their income on basic needs. Middle income earner, they spend the largest proportion of their income on either entertainment or leisure. Highest income earner, they spend the highest proportion of their income on luxury. So Z represents basic, X represents middle, Y represents luxury. So it is ZXY.
Which is
C, yes. Yeah. Question 15. Which activity is currently linked to the organization that provides it? Central bank regulates rate of inflation. Yes, central bank regulates rate of inflation through monetary policy. That's the reduction, increase in interest rate. Okay. Yes. Central bank do not set taxes.
It's government.
Yeah. Commercial bank do not manage government's financial accounts. Central bank does that. Yeah. Commercial bank do not safeguard the country's foreign reserve. They safeguard your good. They safeguard your property, my property, not government's property. That's done by central bank. Is it clear? So the answer is 15A. Question 16. They said, what was the total government spending on public goods? Did you get it?
No.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you. What is public good? Public good is non-excludable, non-rival. Yes or no?
Non-excludable, non-rival.
That is the public good. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Great. Social security and welfare is excludable.
Can exclude.
Is excludable. Social welfare means unemployment benefit. You won't get it if you are employed.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is excludable. Yes or no?
Yes.
Health and education,
Yes.
they are military, they are merit goods, not public goods.
You don't know the benefits of it, so yeah.
We have law and order, defense. These are the public goods. So 5,050 plus 2,390 makes 7,440. So the answer is C. Clear?
Yes.
That's the explanation. That's question 16. Have it. I made the explanation there.
Yeah.
Question 17. A government levies a specific tax on the supply of cigarettes. At the same time, it starts a campaign to explain the health risk of smoking cigarettes. Did you get it right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, a campaign is just like an advertisement. A campaign is just like an advertisement. So a successful advertisement on the harm that smoking cigarettes could cause would reduce the demand for cigarettes from D1 to reduce it from
D1 to D2, yeah.
D1 to D2 leftward. And levies on the supply of cigarettes will increase the cost of cigarettes, which means the price will rise, shifting the supply curve leftward from S1 to S2. Is it clear?
Yes.
So the answer is C. Question 18. A government wishes to pursue an expansionary monetary policy. To pursue expansionary monetary policy, it means government wants to increase spending in the economy. Right?
Yes.
And to do that, government could lower interest rates.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So lowering interest rates would do justification to expansionary monetary policy. Clear?
Yes.
So the answer is D. Question 19. That one is easy. A government introduced a series of economic measures. What's the supply side policy measure? Affordable homes to improve labor mobility.
Yeah,
that's easy.
That's it, yeah.
19 is A. Question 20. What is identified as economic growth? Economic growth is about productive capacity. So economic growth means that there's increase in the productive capacity of an economy. Clear?
Yes.
That's B. 21. A retail trade in a country has unemployed workers in one region and job vacancies in another region. What could explain it? Did you get it right?
21, yes.
Okay, great. So this might mean that the cost of living in the region where jobs are is high.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people are not there. 22. So the answer is B. 22. A country wishes to reduce the level of inflation. To reduce inflation, you have to think about especially demand pull inflation.
Yeah.
If government wants to reduce demand pull inflation, government could increase interest rates. That reduces borrowing and reduce government spending, because increasing government spending will increase aggregate demand.
And
so the answer is D.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
24.
Okay.
23. Oh, sorry. The government wants to reduce both its budget deficit and the amount of poverty in its country. To reduce budget deficit, government might reduce spending. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And reducing spending might mean that government is increasing government could increase the rate of progressive tax. When the rate of progressive tax increases, government will have enough money, enough fund to finance public spending, especially social welfare. Is it clear?
Yes.
So the answer is C. 24. Which components in addition to GDP per head are included in the HDI? HDI has life expectancy and the level of education, which is level of literacy.
Yes.
So the answer is C. Question 25. What is likely to cause an immediate decrease in the size of the labor force? Reduction in the age of retirement, because if the age of retirement reduces, the supply of labor would fall.
Immediately, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 25C. 26. This is a table. They said which increase in the first indicator is most likely to lead to an increase in the second indicator. Did you get it right?
Yes, yes.
Great. Productivity will increase living standards. This takes me back to the low income cycle.
Yeah.
Low productivity will bring about low income. And low income is low living standards. Is it clear?
Yes.
So that's question 26. Question 26 is D. 27. The price of a currency is in a fixed exchange rate system is reduced. That is devaluation. Appreciation is in the market, in the, what's it called? Market forces. Depreciation is in the market forces or the parallel market. Devaluation and revaluation is for the fixed exchange rate. It's the floating exchange rate.
Floating exchange rate.
It's appreciation and depreciation.
How they say for floating?
Floating, yeah. Is it clear?
Yes.
28. 27 is C. 28. A government removed the quota on goods imported into a country. What is most likely to result into this? If quota on imports is removed, that encourages importation. And if importation is encouraged, it might reduce the consumption of domestic goods. Yeah. You got it wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, if government takes quota
yeah,
on importation, if government reduces it, if government takes it away, that increases consumption of imported goods.
Yes.
That might reduce the consumption of domestic goods. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
So the answer is
I read the question wrong. I thought it was like
no, 28, right?
Yeah.
It's A.
Yeah.
29. What is most likely to result from a reduction in the value of a country's currency if there are no other changes in the economy? Import prices will rise. It's C. If the value of your country's currency falls, the price of imports will increase.
If the currency falls.
If the price of your currency, if the foreign exchange of your currency of your country reduces, you become internationally competitive. Yes or no?
So you mean that?
Listen, just calm down.
Yeah.
If the exchange rate of your country falls,
okay,
the value of your country's currency would fall. Yes or no?
Yes.
That would increase exportation because the prices of export would fall. Your country will become internationally competitive.
Yes.
But if the value of at the same time, importation would reduce because the prices of imports would rise. Your country's currency will buy less of foreign currencies. While foreign currencies will buy more of your currency.
So exports will increase, right?
Exports will increase. The price of export will fall. Exports will increase. The price of imports would rise. Imports would reduce.
Yeah.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
So it's C.
Yes.
29. That's 29.
Yeah.
30. The government of low-income countries often allow foreign multinational MNCs to mine minerals in their country. If this happens, employment will increase in such country. At the same time, mining of minerals will take resources away. Resources will be used up. And when resources are used up, MNCs move away from your country in search of other countries that have resources again.
Yes.
So employment would rise, finite resources, limited resources would reduce. Because scarcity, there will be small scarcity.
Yes.
So 30 is B. Clear? So that's the end of paper 1 of 2022 major.